Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 7 of the snowspeeder build. Today we're going to actually start doing the detail work, painting on the outside of the fuselage, some of the gray striping and stuff like that. So let's head over to the bench. Okay, here we are. That's all nice and secured, glued in there, really nice and secured now. So you don't have to worry about the cockpit is now part of the ship. And I can still get the figures out, which I might because I'm jiggle-jangling around in there. Driving me nuts. Probably should have glued them in. But anyway, I like that option to be able to take them out. Yeah, so we got to do the stripes on here. And according to what I'm seeing, there's just the big one that goes across here and one that goes across the nose. I think that's all any colors. I think Luke's, from what I'm gathering, is the gray. I have seen ones with a red, but I think we're going to go with the gray theme. And then I think there's a little bit of a red on the edge there. Yeah, well we can go by Lauren Pete. Let's go by the book, the actual studio scale model. There it is. Yeah, and it's a pretty dark gray, so it's almost like a German gray. And they have the red squares going around like here. I don't think it goes on those two. Maybe the upper, but I don't believe so. I think it's just on this lower. And here they show a red, but they're only showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which in a sense that could be 2. Could be all red. So these two get red, and then these two get the outline of red, which that's not a hard thing to do. I can almost see that all in just marker, believe it or not, just because it's going to be easy to marker the outline. And it looks like it's on the outer edge of these lines. I'm on the outer back. And the top goes straight across. So I think the first thing to do would be just make straight boxes. Thank you, Lauren Peterson, for some real good reference. So what I decided is to follow this line and bring it all the way down. And then follow this line all the way up. So that way it incorporates this whole grill and this grill. But this one's back a little further than this grill. It looks like. And it's definitely, this goes out further than this one. Towards the front of the ship. So let's block off. I think regular old masking tape will work for this. Let's block off this first. I might need to check that alignment. Some glasses, because that's a hard detail to see there. Especially on white. Now we gotta try to, this is the best way to do this. So slowly bring it down. Try to get it to align with that one. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Get down to that crevice. It's going to be going over these doors that don't close all the way. And I believe that's my LED in the way. If I had 3mm LED flickerings, which I might want to go get instead of the 5s. Alright, what would be the best way to do the same thing on the other side? I don't want to. Well, I guess we're going to cover a little bit of that grill. on the ship, on the door. It's just the way it is. But it does seem like we're moving a little bit, so you gotta kind of check your alignment. And that door might be in a funky position too. But wow, that's quite on. It looks good, so we're gonna go with that. And then we can do the cross where it breaks up, which I think is definitely across here. It does that little triangle thing. So I'm gonna need one piece that comes to here and then goes up like that. And that'll hopefully give both of our edges. And it's gonna pretty much follow the door hatch. And then we tape off that little piece there. Tape off, we can do those quick. Those are easy. Especially this bottom one. Trying to look to make sure. There I'm losing a little bit of the flange. Might want to fix that. Oh well, that's we can. Especially when you weather stuff, it's going to darken stuff and cause shadows and notice. Flip that over. So, I gotta figure out what break do we have up top here. Is there a break across here? I don't know if the book gives me a good enough picture of the top. I don't think it does. So that's that shot. And they're all... But it does. And it's hard because that's only that... This has detail that this doesn't, and that's those grills here. I don't know if I can't tell from here if it's on the top, but from this angle it doesn't even look like they have the grill up on top. But really, I should have more of an edge here, but that works. I'm going to work with it. But yeah, we'll do one there, and then we got to do the fancy one down there. Yay. Okay. Not bad. What could I use up here? Is one of these. I forget what I got. I know I got some skinny stuff. I have this, which is pretty much that. Side covering. Let's see if this will work. Let's lay it down and see what happens. That works for me. Actually, I think we're hitting a little bit of the detail on that, so there we are. There we go. I think the best one would be to do a small one and bring it down, and from there lay that. I think that would work the best. Where is this? This is the first time you're using. Oh, it's nice and thin. Using this vinyl masking tape of this brand. Right now, I'm really liking how thin it is. So this will take in. But we also gotta make it end. Well, it can go right in there. Sometimes it doesn't slam onto that. And sometimes you can take this, if you don't overly stick it down, and you can move it. And that's what it's supposed to do. And I'll give the little notch. Take this, you don't need much. So the one angling down meets your point where it goes that way. And that'll give you your little triangle. It might be a little rough and I can go in there and scrape, and like I said, once these are dirtied and beat up, you won't know. Now on this edge here though, how's that come in? I guess that follows straight out. So that'll be that shape. And that'll be that shape. Yeah. That's how it's going to be. Focus of this camera is not great. You'll see it good for a sec. And then it'll go bad. But yeah, that'll work. It'll give me that little triangle piece, you know, area that shapes around the bottom of this door. So we just got to repeat the other side, but I'll save you from that. It's just going to be a repeating of that. We'll cut back and we'll do the front. Okay, got the other side done. It's looking good. It's ended up being not so hard as I thought it would be, since I had tape that worked perfectly for the scale of the stripes that needed the, or the brakes. And now we got to do the one in the front. And this one here, do we have a shot? Again, do we have a shot of the actual reference model? Oh, I think that was the page. Well, at least. Okay, oh, there's an okay one. So I think the best thing to do would be to come up with the up and downness of it, because we're going to keep it the same. And I'm wondering if I should go into the canopy here. Kind of squeeze it. There it goes. Or if I should go in here. Let's mask this off really quick. And the only reason I'm doing that is it might give some more stability to the... I really didn't need this big pieces of tape. Painful just to cut a little piece off. There we go. I want the door to close without a piece of tape there. Now I think I feel a little more better with some tape back behind that, and then we'll bring the edges up. Now, like it said, like it's showing here, it's like pretty much halfway on those, so I can go off of that triangle detail they have there and try to go straight up, but I don't know. Do I go, yeah, do I go with that corner? right there. I'm going to do that. Let's go with that. The corner of this piece here. And the window. I think that is doing a little bit of a... That might work too. It stays pretty much the same down here. Pull those in because I think I'm going with that. But it is nice that it would come in and go fall in the front end's kind of shape with this hole, how it's kind of triangling up. That's going to kind of follow those panel lines. It's easy just to place it on there and just move them around. That's where it's going to get difficult, matching that part. It's kind of nice because this really small tape is really transparent. Get rid of the debris it grabbed onto. We'll keep it at that. I like that. That'll work. Tape up there. Should work. Alright. I'm just going to mix up thank you for the reference again. Yeah, I'm going to mix up some paint here and then we will spray this on and I'll come back and let's see how it looks. Well, okay, we've done airbrushing, so let's see what the damage is. And I don't care if this chips up or whatever it does. Like that edge got a little chippy. That's okay. Let's see how that bottom edge came out. Okay. Like I said, it can be chippy. And yeah, and they're dead on like half. It just looked weird. But what I'm going to do is actually go in there with a knife and actually chip more white instead of the bleeding of the gray into the... And the same thing there on that edge. Instead of the gray kind of being chippy up into the white, I'll make it chip down into it. But it works. It gives you that jagged edge. It kind of give a little chippy edge, but that's not too bad. I thought that was going to come out worse. Chip up that corner quite a bit. But let's see how I'm really anxious to see how these panels back here came out. And then just, I'm not going to, also I thought about if I don't seal that acrylic right away. Oh yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Oh yeah, that worked so good. If I don't seal that acrylic from me touching it and everything's going to wear it. So I'm going to leave it alone in that aspect as well. We'll just go through and clean up the bleeds for now. And these edges are probably going to get all chipped up. How does that look with this open? That works. I forgot to peel that up. There we go. That's the selling point. Because here I want nice and crisp, and then we'll I can even run a wet Q-tip over it. They should clean it up too. Not soaking wet, just a little wet. There it goes. Oh yeah, that worked beautifully. I'm going to use it to soften these edges. Yeah, so I think that endeavor worked out pretty good. Oh, I just Q-tipped off. Get rid of all this extra tape. Yeah, that didn't work out too bad. I just, I thought something fell on me. It was just my hoodie on the back of the chair. Yeah, so there she is. Let's get rid of the tape in the cockpit here. We can do that now. Hopefully. That works good, tweezers. I don't think I have anything else major to paint on there. Oh, and we got a little gray blow through, and that's of course the wet Q-tip was doing it though. Water would probably clean that up better. Yep. Beautiful. That's why nice to even just me touching it is darkening and rounding off these corners, especially up here where I touch it a lot. That's giving it a nice knock-in, worn look. Snap you in. Because that's what we'll do through here is we'll get little chip outs and just do a scrape. You can use a sandpaper or whatever, but I think it's just a scraping tool like I did on the Falcon. But I guess we can start doing some pre-chipping. I wanted that to dry a little bit so it was less. Kind of want to there you go. You just kind of just let it go. Just kind of let your tool kind of do its thing. And randomly dig in and we'll leave it at that. I'm trying to get them to kind of go in a manner that it's going to look like the direction of something flying through. And then you want to go through and just do a couple really smacked right there. And carry it. I'm going to carry that right onto the other panel. Not trying to be any accurate to any anything. Like the X-Wing, I do a lot of checking out what they actually did. This I'm going to go have fun with. Take out that corner a little bit. Take out that corner a little bit. In the wash, and then let's get rid of these as these edges look just a little too straight. I think that gives me enough damage myself to it. I think I'm okay with that. That's fun. That's always the fun part, is doing that. But there you have it. The next thing we're going to do is, I guess, get it cleared. There I had a little blowover with some overspray blowover. There we go. I'm really liking that. I think it's got a pretty good weather pattern going. Yeah, wow. She's coming along. So I think next time, I already painted these. We'll go in there and I'm going to paint the, stainless steel hydraulic pipes. I like to always at least make those. A semi-shiny metal, and then you grease it. Actually, it's better to do like a shiny silver or aluminum, because you're going to dull it down with a wash. And I might actually do most of that later, because the whole ship's going to get hit with satin. I can hit the whole, yeah, I can do that and touch it up together, because it's nice to see it shiny, because it's hydraulics and those pistons going in and out usually shine up, but then there's grease all over it too. So we'll simulate that. I'm really happy with how weathering up the gray stripes. It also hides any of my little imperfections. Which is nice. I still think I need a little something going on this one. Not sure where I want it to. Looking this way. Alright, we don't want to overdo it. Let's whiten this edge here though. Like I got one. Yeah. Don't want to match it on the shot. Yeah, that looks cool. But there we go. Until next time. And you can always tweak. You let it sit back and you look and you try to imagine how she would be going through a battle. The key is to get some chips, big chunks out, and then do your scratches. And and soften, what I call soften up your edges, make them look like, because that's where a paint would want to peel, where it marries the two, on the edges where the two marry. But I think that'll look good, and then when these are up, those damaged flaps will look good. Very happy with the little triangle edges. I'm going to mess around and see if I can do the red around there. But actually, isn't there a seam here? Or does red go all the way up? Yeah, I might miss the seam. There might have supposed to have been a seam here. You know, to me it looks like it's more supposed to just be the storage. But yeah, I like it. So, like I said, until next time, we will, I'm going to paint that gun up, gunmetal. And then it's going to be to put, getting all the wiring tied in. And, yeah. Then we can glue this bottom onto the top. Yeah, we'll get this. This I got to trim a little bit, as I think we were talking about in a later video, and then get that in there, and that will work good. So then we can glue this bottom in. But okay, till next time. Thanks for watching, and happy modeling.